Hi everyone, Imran Pilati here, co-host of the True Sports Cards radio show and podcast replay. I'm here with my son Beckett, and we're excited to have you as our listening audience. Please be sure to subscribe and follow our channel.
I'm ready to start. Let's go.
We're done.
Card Saturday, they're riding with you. Best card show in the country, it's true. So saddle up and listen, find out what you've been missing. You can be a card part two.
From the new sports capital of the world, Sacramento, California, this is the True Sports Card Show. I'm Dr. Ron Paul. No, actually, I'm Whitey Gleason. Basking in the afterglow of wins by the Kings and the A's on Friday night. But we're talking football today, too, with a look at the first Topps NFL release since Jameis Winston was a rookie. Also look at the massive number of cards that were graded last month. Nearly 3 million, in fact. So let's get started by bringing out the concanupple of cardboard himself, the one and only Aaron Pilati!
Hey, card guy, shut up and just talk about cards, you idiot.
We're back. We're live.
Yes.
Last week was a little confusing for everybody.
I'm still confused by it.
We recorded it on Thursday for a Saturday release. We were like, I'm talking about today, but it was really 3 days ago. If you're listening today, it's confusing. Today we're live. Live and local. Live and local.
And last night was a huge sports night.
The greatest night in Sacramento's
it was
history.
A big one. Matt George had a great photo on social media of the fireworks after the A's game and the beam in the background.
We got to talk about Matt George, the guy that doesn't know the name of our show on his station.
He knows it. He just doesn't know exactly the order in which the words.
It's going to be exciting. The guys are going to be talking about Topps Chrome football on the True show of cards sports.
I appreciate the effort personally.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get an A for effort. Is that what you're going to give him?
Yeah, he kind of mentioned us. That's nice. We don't get a lot of mentions on, the station proper.
I would agree.
Other than
we
the
need
commercial
more
that plays occasionally.
With you featuring.
Yeah.
And again, Matt did say, hey, sorry about that. My bad. I messed it up. But he did say
he's a good kid.
Yeah, he's a good young man.
Yeah.
And what I would like to say is that he goes, yeah, I love the show, and Whitey's really good. He literally said that. I was like, here we go.
Yeah.
Even the colleagues on the station they won't give me the props that I certainly deserve.
But it was such a big night last night. And of course, we'll talk about what it all means in terms of cards. But such a huge night that Emran, just a few moments ago, he looked over at me and he said, was it the home opener for the A's? So
I'm a huge A's fan.
And it
was it the home opener?
It was great.
Huge A's fan.
Yeah. I think actually you had trouble coming up with the name of the team. Was it the home opener for
Absletics?
Yeah. So indeed it was. And your guy, Dylan Cardwell, I know a lot of people are, tank, what are they doing? And you have consistently said, no, you play to win the game.
No tanking. I've already determined in my brain that we're getting the 6th pick, not the 1st. So what does it matter at that point?
Right now,
win, baby, win.
You're most likely by the odds. People say, well, how do you know? Just by the odds, I think they're most likely to get the 7th pick.
Oh, my God.
Because the Jazz caught them. They have the same record as the Jazz now.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
We're talking about number one.
Now, people are going to say, if they get the 1st pick, people are going to say, see, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm just going by the odds.
Yeah. Well, I think the very best odds you can get is about 14-ish%.
11.5% chance of getting the 1st pick. 2nd pick, 11.4. That's where they are right now. 3rd pick, 11.2. 4th pick, 11.
We're talking about the Kings specifically.
5th pick, 2. 6th pick, 18.2% chance. 7th pick, 25.5.
Wow. 1 in 4 chance at the number 7.
8th pick, 8.5. And now the 9th pick is in play, but only at 0.6%.
But if you roll in the top 3 options, that's what, 33%? Roughly?
Sure.
No,
way too much. Yeah.
You read them off, 1 through 3.
11.5, 11.4, and 11.2.
So roughly about 34%. So 1 in 3 chance that the Kings get a top 3 pick. Correct?
Sure. Yes.
So it's between the top 3 picks and the number 7 pick, that's 50%.
Top 4. A chance of getting a top 4, according to Tankathon, 45.2%.
This is a 4-guy
Number
draft.
one overall, still 11.5%.
But even if they were, so who has the worst record at the moment?
Washington.
Okay, so if the Wizards, what's the Wizards' option ability to get the number one pick percentage wise?
14%.
So it's only a 3% difference.
Yeah, it's not that great of a difference.
So let's win, baby. Light the beam.
But it's so funny. You look at the teams. Washington streak lost 4. Brooklyn lost 2. Utah lost 8. Dallas lost 3. Sacramento 1-2. Yeah.
Back to back, baby.
Light the beam.
And the Beam Boys were there with their sunglasses on. Did you see that Maxime wore Meta glasses last night?
Oh, I didn't.
So that way you
didn't
get
notice that.
you get first world perspective or first person perspective
He had a big
into
game
lighting
last
a beam.
night. Yeah, he had a
29
big game.
points, dude.
And I do think it's harder to tank when you're at home. You know, when you go out there and you kind of, and so, you know, you want to give your fans something to remember you by. And as you said, the odds don't drop by that much.
3% for number one. But who cares? We don't even need we don't even need a first round draft pick at this point. We got Precious Achua. We got the big sneeze.
What are you drinking today?
Started my Easter weekend off early.
You want to take a call before we get
do it.
really rolling?
Let's see who we got.
339-1140, 1-800-920-1140.
Jason.
Jason.
That's my guy.
Hey, Jay, what do you say? What's up?
How you doing?
Good.
Morning.
Hey, just want to say, Dylan Caldwell did well last night. Another impressive, performance.
Yeah.
Five blocks.
Yes, and then I was there when I got the signing, so I met him. That was nice. I really enjoyed it, and I think I'm hoping for a good pick. I think they're gonna get a good pick. So
I love it.
And card wise, I'm hoping for Dylan Caldwell signing of the cards.
I know
So
we're hoping. Well, he did confirm at the shop when he was there that him and Tops did swing some sort of a deal to where he does have a card on its way. I remember, Jason, you asked a couple of shows ago when we could expect that. So if Tops comes up with, go ahead.
Let me ask you a real quick question. Did he like sign? You know how you sign all those things and they put them on the card. Did he even do that yet? Do we even know
You mean
that?
like stickers?
Yeah.
He didn't. I didn't ask him. I don't know. I'll text him and see if he did
Yeah,
that.
if you could text him, like I was going to ask him that when I was there to meet him, but it was so quick and all. But yeah, if you could ask him, if we could find that out, then that'd be great. It's, at least there's something coming up.
Gotcha, Jason.
You know, it's so interesting.
Thank
Thank you, Jason. You know, one of the interesting parts about it is I asked Dylan, I said, hey, your name is Cardwell. This is kind of cool. We have a card show on the radio. Any chance that we could do something where we can have like a Cardwell segment? And he goes, yeah, let's talk about it. That'd be kind of fun. I said, that's a commitment. Every Saturday, 10 o'clock. He goes, we'll make it happen. I was like, okay, maybe we could do this. So we're in active negotiations with him to see if we can make that happen.
To my right here, and I apologize. Even obviously on radio you can't see anything in here, but on YouTube you can't see this portion of the studio. Dylan Cardwell's jersey that he signed at your shop is in here because he wrote Dylan Cardwell and then shout out 1140.
Shout out 1140.
Yes. He also wrote one that said Whitey is greater than Matt George. I have that one at home.
Yeah, that was the one I said, hey, could you get this signed for me because I need an extra one for me? And you're like, sure. And then you go, can you put Whitey greater than Matt George?
Got caught up in the moment.
I guess so.
Got caught up in,
Okay,
the excitement of everything.
This one's for Imran. This is for him to hang in his house. Hi, Dylan. Can you write Whitey is greater than Matt George on here, please? Sure
I thought
thing.
he'd go, no, I can't do that. And he goes, I'll do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Speaking of excitement, Imran, card collectors so excited because we just got a glimpse this week, as you well know,
As I well know.
at the new Topps Chrome football, which is coming out.
We're back, and it actually is something different than what I originally thought.
Really?
Well, remember, many moons ago on shows, I talked about how Topps basically punted on 2025. They basically said, we're not going to do the unlicensed thing again. We learned our lesson from 2024. We're just not going to do it because although 2024 had a very historic rookie class when it came to great rookies and collectible rookies, the unlicensed portion of it really soured a lot of collectors. They loved the fact that they could get a Bo Nix or a Drake May or a Caleb Williams auto, but they just didn't enjoy the fact that it was unlicensed.
How's that Jared Stidham card?
Yeah, how's
doing?
that collection going,
Anthony?
Anthony?
Still there.
Of course it is. Where else would
in
it
the
be?
vault.
It's pretty safe. I don't think anyone's tried to steal it yet.
Right next to my Marvin Bagley collection. So they decided to just punt and say, we're not going to do 25 product. Well, guess what? Normally, Topps would come out on a new release with regular Topps flagship paper product. They went straight to Topps Chrome and they said, we are going to run 2025.
2025 Topps Chrome Football will be released on April 15th. Pre-order window set to commence Friday.
Okay, so we're looking at Jackson Dart autos. We're getting, I believe all the Panini guys are also in the Topps product. So Scatabo, and I'm trying to think who came into 2020, Shador, because Shador and Travis Hunter signed one-year Panini agreements guaranteed for them to be in the product. So I'm not sure. I need to do a little bit more research to find out whether or not they're on the Topps Chrome product. But you're talking about Jackson Dart autos, rookie autos.
I can help you with that.
Please do.
Collectors will be able to land, according to The Athletic, first NFL licensed autograph cards from 2025 rookies like Jackson Dart, Cam Ward, Trevion Henderson. Dart and Ward signed exclusive deals with Fanatics that prevented them from signing Panini cards.
Similar, yeah.
Other players who signed in Panini products like Tyler Shuck and Cam Scatabo will also have autograph cards in Chrome.
Ooh, that's going to be awesome. So buyer beware. Here we go. So for those of you that are looking at some of the products like Panini signed Scatabo, while he was licensed in there, it's going to be far more of interest in the Topps products as well.
Yes. Additionally, Chrome will include the first licensed autograph cards for Drake May, Daniels, Caleb Williams, Bo Nix, and C.J. Stroud. Like Dart and Ward, those players did not sign for Panini, but have autographed rookie cards in unlicensed Topps products.
On the front of the Topps Chrome cover, I believe they have, I know Drake May is on it, and I just saw the preview of it just a little while ago. But Drake May is the cover boy on the box. So,
also, one-of-one Topps rookie premier patch autograph cards will be appearing in the 2025 Topps Chrome football. This thing is going to be great. It's going to be
expensive.
Pricey.
Yes. So let's take a look at the trajectory of the Topps Chrome basketball product. On the shelf when it first came out, first release, we saw it come out right around the $600 mark. And that was a hard swallow back then. And then it started climbing. And then we started seeing Con autos, and we started seeing Cooper autos, and we started seeing color versions of the autos.
Oh, wait, you see what Cooper did last night?
Yes, I did, and we'll talk about that in a second. Yeah, we'll have 51 reasons why to talk about that. But I will tell you that it started climbing, and then the class got better, and Con Canepo started hitting a record amount of threes as a rookie, and VJ Edgecombe started, continued on being good, and you saw other guys like Coward from the Grizzlies start to step up. And then you saw Maxime Reynaud kick butt out there. So this class started really shaping into, whoa, they've got some impactful rookies in here, which then started the climb again. So you're looking at the price points going and going and going. And now it sits on our shelf for a Topps Chrome hobby basketball right around that $1,200 mark. It's absolutely insane.
That's for a case.
That's for one single hobby box.
Woo!
Now, what's going to happen in Topps Chrome football? There's part of me that says when we come and get them from Topps Direct, I haven't even had the solicitation yet. So normally what happens is they say, how many do you want to order? This is what we're allowing you to have, Imran. Here's the price point. How many do you want? And with Topps Chrome basketball, it wasn't much for me, even though we're a good-sized store. Certainly not enough for the demand that's coming.
I mean, they didn't give you
They didn't give me the option. They always give you the option to buy. You don't have to, but why would you not buy as much as possible at direct from the factory?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's gonna be the least expensive at that point. So it's a big financial commitment to do that, but you have to have it for your customers. There's a 1% part of me, maybe 2% part of me that says, don't sell it the first week because we know that the week after it's just going to be even higher. The one thing that I would say, even though I do believe that the Topps Chrome price is going to be high and continue to climb because it's football and it's the United States and it tends to be, even though baseball is kind of America's game, football is America's collector's game. They absolutely love their football. It's the first seller in our shop. Our cases of football are always rated clean. We get rinsed. We have so many people come.
Yeah.
You're going to get rinsed.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. So do we wait on the Topps Chrome football because it may climb to stratospheric marks? However, this is the difference. We started seeing players do well throughout the season leading up while Topps Chrome basketball was going. Like, for example, Cooper Flagg, as you mentioned, scored 51 last night. So there's even more interest to go get him in a product, right? However, Topps Chrome 2025 football, the season has already happened. We know that Travis Hunter went through a season-ending injury, and he wasn't as impactful as we thought. At the beginning of the season, Travis Hunter, we want him so badly. And Jackson Dart, yeah, I guess we could kind of collect him. Now it's flipped. Give me some Jackson Dart. I want him. He's the starting quarterback. He's exciting. He plays for the New York Giants, one of the biggest media market in the world. So when 25 Topps Chrome football comes out, we already know who to collect for that rookie year. Versus with this year, we didn't know it was going to be Con Knuppel that was going to be one of the hottest names coming out for basketball as it's being released. So it's a very unique situation to where you already know who you should be collecting in football upon release versus basketball where you're as it goes.
The 101 Topps Rookie Premier patch autograph cards will appear in Topps Chrome Football 2025. Chrome will also, again, according to The Athletic, bear one-of-one NFL Honors Gold Shield patch autograph cards from the 2024 League Award winners for MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, and Offensive Rookie of the Year, and Defensive Rookie of the Year. So these players who won awards in 2024 wore gold NFL Shield patches on their jerseys throughout the 25 season. Some of those patches were removed and placed within cards.
Wow.
Cha-ching!
That's going to be expensive.
Uh-huh.
If you think about NBA logo men over the years and how much that they've garnered,
right?
What would it be like to get a Jackson Dart? What is it? NFL patch? Yeah, the shield patch.
Yeah, well, his would be the premier patch.
And then you were talking about the award winners. So,
yes,
for example,
was gold shield patch
2024 MVP? Refresh me.
Josh Allen.
There you go.
Yeah.
So
having like Saquon, Josh Allen. Yeah.
Wow. Get ready. Get them pocketbooks ready. Start donating or start selling the plasma now.
But knowing Imran, you go up there, it's going to be like, yeah, you listen to the show, $45.
I'm the Pat Beverly. I'm not talking to you unless you listen to our radio show. Unless you listen to our radio show. Unless you follow me on Instagram, you ain't getting a chance at buying this card.
$45 is just to get into the store to have a chance to pay whatever you're going to have to pay. Man.
Fortunate enough. Are you going to buy any Topps Chrome?
I don't think so. We'll see what the numbers are, but I don't think so.
Because you're not a football collector, or just you think the financials just doesn't make sense for you?
If I had in my card budget that kind of money, I probably would have already bought some basketball product.
Yeah.
Some hobby.
Blasters for Topps Chrome basketball right now are right around $105 when they're normally in the $50, $60 range.
Yeah.
Keeps going up because that's the only affordable frontier.
What's a mega now then?
Close to 200 something. Yeah. These are numbers that we've just never seen before, but as I line up my products on the wall, one of the most disappointing parts of my wall is the basketball section. Because it's like I'm waiting for basketball stuff to be released, and it's like everything's expensive. The lowest priced 2025 basketball product that's out there right now we have is McDonald's Topps Chrome.
Mm-hmm.
But that's because it's like $400 a box.
You okay? You having another episode?
Here's a good idea. Drink carbonated beverages right before you get on the radio. I do this all the time. I'm going to blame it on my diabetes.
Okay.
Or something.
He does that. I can't make fun of him. He's going to play the diabetes card. I can't make fun of somebody for having diabetes. So yeah.
I'm drinking a soda. What am I going to get? More diabetes? I already got it.
I just know when he starts it, well, with these cards.
I'm getting a little verklempt. Anthony always clips our videos and puts them on YouTube, and he puts them on. He never clips me burping my way through a conversation.
Probably saving it all for a special reel. A special end of the year.
We did get rid of his ability to turn off his own mic.
Our burping blooper reel.
Emran's gastric mishaps reel. Oh, that'll be great for the holidays.
Shut up, card party, and just burp your way through this.
By the way, to the point that you're making, the number of graded cards for March was astronomical, record-setting, and of course, it was near. Let's see, PSA graded more than 2 million cards in a single month.
2.17 million cards in the month of March, the highest amount of graded cards in history.
And I believe Cooper Flag was leading the way, most graded.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's a lot of Topps Chrome opened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. By the way, we have that Bowman. We spoke about it last week. That Bowman basketball coming out. That's going to be a huge hit too, because you're going to have a lot of names in there for the first time getting graded.
25-26 Topps Cooper Flag, 5,800 graded. 25-26 Topps Chrome Cooper Flag, 1,700 graded.
That's just for this past month?
Yes. Okay. PSA also graded about 1,200. Ken Griffey, 1989 Upper Deck.
Hey,
third on the list.
They listen to our show. They're like, wait a minute. The card part said that it was $5,000 for a 10.
The kid, third on the list.
Okay, so just let's pat ourselves on the back for half a second. Anthony clipped a reel. We put it on social, and it got over 5,700 likes on Instagram.
How many of those were you?
Well, I mean, you can only make 1,000 accounts. So, 1,000. And it had over like 150,000 views, something crazy. And they were just railing on us because we talked for an hour on a radio show. Mm-hmm. Anthony clips it to 30 seconds. Like, these guys don't know what they're talking about. It's like, wait a minute. Anthony had to cut 7 minutes of the conversation into 30 seconds. Like, we're not dodos. So they were like, you guys are talking about 90s cards going through the roof, but you're only talking about there's only really 2 cards. It's like, yeah, okay. So the reason I bring that up, the 1989 Ken Griffey Jr. Upper Deck card, PSA 10, has risen from $2,100 24 months ago to over $5,000 that we talked about recently. And a lot of people just go, oh, I have that card. I'm going to submit it in. Here's the very first thing that you start with any kind of grading. Number one, look at the front and see if it's centered. If it's more than 45 on one side and 55 on the other, if you're looking at it in a 50-50 split, if it's more than that, it's not going to get a 10. Don't even think you're going to get it. Number two, flip it over. There's a hologram on the back. It's that little diamond. You remember? It's like in the shape of a baseball diamond. If that little hologram is not centered exactly where it needs to be in the middle of it, you're not going to get a 10. There's a reason why the 10s are $5,000. They're very difficult to hit. However, it's always well worth it to grade your Ken Griffey Jr. rookie cards.
I have a question, sir. You mentioned with the centering left to right. How about top to bottom?
Exactly the same thing.
Okay.
There's a 45-55 threshold that they allow.
Few things are as frustrating as when you open a pack and you get a really nice card.
And it's way off center?
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that's nearly as frustrating is when you get an autograph and it's like Joe Schlabotnik or something.
I hate when I get his card.
Frustrating. When somebody says, I got an autograph
Topps
from
is
some guy
like,
that never actually played in the league.
Topps is like, hey, Joe Schlabotnik, I need 7,000 stickers. We'll pay you $300. Sounds good to me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so Joe Schlabotnik, I'm sorry, but I'll tell you, in the 2025 Topps Chrome baseball product.
Schlabotnik rookie?
Close. They had a lot of, I think it was like one auto per box, and you'd get like a third-rate relief pitcher who sometimes is not even in the league anymore. That was a really frustrating thing for some of our customers to be like, a left-handed middle relief pitcher, where is he now? Oh, he's playing an independent league? How does that card get released in a 2025 product when the guy's been out of the majors for the last 2 years? So that's disappointing.
I got to tell you, Imran, there's a set that's really prone to that type of thing, but I still really like it because it's very affordable. And it's the Panini Prospects, unlicensed.
Yeah.
But I was just going through some stuff that I got from your store this week, and it has, Connor Griffin. It's not a numbered, it's not a variant, but it's nice to have. And they have, I think, 6 autographs per hobby.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so
it's under $200.
Yes.
I think it's
now,
like $195.
a lot of them are guys that may never make it to the majors.
Right.
A lot of them probably never will. But occasionally you get, like, I've gotten a few good ones in there.
Nick Kurtz was in there last year.
I like that.
Wilson was in that.
It's fun. It's a good set. Hint, hint.
Dylan Cruz.
I haven't gotten any in a while, man.
It's available at our shop at $195 plus tax. Oh, you want me to give it to you? Okay.
Oh,
no, No, well, I mean, if you.
No, but it's a fun. It even though it's not licensed. I've gotten some.
The
cool
who's
cards
who
with
of who?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I like those. It's not Bowman, but it's a little more price friendly.
Yeah, absolutely.
And 6 autographs is like, okay.
Give it a shot. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Another product that's a little bit off the beaten path, but has some real good names in it is a product called Onyx, Onyx. Unlicensed, just like Panini has in their stuff. But Kurtz is in that as far as autographs. Kurtz, Skeens. It's like, whoa. There's another company called Pulse. These baseball products that are just kind of these one-offs. And they have these guys in there, and you're like, oh, affordable options for a Skeens. I can get a Skeens auto for $75. It's like, whoa, how's that even possible? Mm-hmm. Buy Pulse, buy Onyx.
Yeah.
There's always those options.
I have a Shea Langoliers. Is it 23?
Langoliers.
24 Topps Chrome Update rookie card. It's a sepia variant.
Sure.
I know it's not worth much. It's like, I remember saving that. I think this guy's going to be good. My question is, if you get a rookie card from an update set, is it worth less than if it's in the regular release set?
So let's look at past history. If you look at the 2018 Topps, there's an update as well as the regular, and that is Shohei Ohtani. Mm-hmm. And the update has very similar value than the regular ones.
Okay.
So I would tell you that as long as it's within the same year, it usually has a similar value. That also happened with Skeens. Skeens had a regular version as well as an update version. So it's similar value. It's going to come down to really the grading portion of it. But if you recall,
it's still considered legitimately the rookie
because it's in the same year.
Yeah.
Right. Whereas you're looking at other ones where you have first Bowman. Those tend to be what's now shifted into the rookie year, even though it's not technically when he's in the majors. This is prior to. So, yeah, I would just say that the updates I'm seeing in values are very similar to the regular version of that card.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm really curious to see how Sacramento responds to the A's this year. I know they had a big crowd last night. I believe tonight is already another sellout, and it's also going hand in hand. All these efforts.
You said tonight, but they play at 1.
Oh, okay, today. Yeah.
Some A's fan you are. You're not like me. They played a game last night?
Yeah, they did. They did pretty well. It's going hand in hand with Sacramento's efforts to get an expansion bid going, and we're going to hear a lot more about that in May. That's when we're going to have announcements on Sacramento's official Major League Baseball expansion bid. It's coming.
I think that there's if this really happens, I think there's two places where I think baseball is going to be really looked at pretty significantly for expansion. A couple years ago, we had Dave Stewart, the great A's pitcher, come and sign autographs at our show.
Tremendous guy.
I did a 30-minute interview with a guy that we've shelved. I haven't even posted it yet. But he spent a good 10 minutes talking about how the Nashville area, he wanted to bring an ownership group to open in Nashville a baseball team. And they really went for it. Like, they really spent a lot of time and effort going for it. I think Nashville is a location that people are really going to look into for expansion if they go that way. And then I think, of course, obviously Sacramento is an option too. Now that they show they can host Major League Baseball. Let's see how the city responds. I think the attendance last year kind of waned, but I feel like it had a lot to do with people hating the owner. Mm-hmm. And then 2, how the city was not embraced by the Athletics. And now that I think they recognize their mistake, and they're like, they're wearing Sacramento jerseys now.
Yeah.
And it's
they did last
I'm getting
night.
a little
not all the time, but they did last night.
I'm getting a little vibe right now that it feels good knowing that.
You sure it's a vibe and not the
it's probably just
Coke backing up on you?
Could be the Coke Zero, but let's just attribute it to the vibe. And I would just think that the one team that would be looking for relocation is going to be Tampa Bay. They're not getting the type of crowds that they should be getting in a major league stadium. And it's been that way for years. And not only that, but they had the damage from the hurricane and all that stuff. So they're playing in a temporary place. It's always been a conversation to move Tampa Bay. So whether they expand into Nashville and move or just expand, I think Nashville's a real location. And then I think Sacramento is another option.
For some reason, MLB is really committed to Florida. I don't know why. You know, the Marlins, they went through a lot to get that stadium built, and it looks like there's a lot of people now that will tell you if Tampa Bay moves, they might move to Orlando. So I don't know why baseball, for some reason, you know, you look at how they couldn't wait to get out of Oakland.
Yep.
But in Florida, it's like no one goes to the games. Yeah, but we love it. It's a great market. So anyway, yeah.
Weather. I don't know what it is.
How about this footnote? Fred Couples, golfer, sold a 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle card in a PSA 2.5 through Heritage Auctions yesterday. Actually, it was last night. $158,600, I mean, for a 2.5.
That's it?
$158,600. A record high for that card in that grade.
I'm shocked. I'm truly shocked. I think that that's low. By the way, we didn't prep this pre-show, so this is the first time hearing of it. I didn't even know that happened. I would expect that card to be $250,000.
The previous record for a PSA 2.5 of this card was set in October, $62,000.
I mean, double, almost triple the last sale. I get it, but like, still, I'm thinking 250. I thought it would be 250.
Mm-hmm.
Congrats to Fred Couples. Cashed out.
You have any of those? 52 Mantle?
That is
one of the iconic cards,
That
right?
is a negative, yeah. That's one that has eluded me.
Very little eludes you with all the travels.
I do have the Dick Hauser in hand, by the way.
Oh, good.
That sounded way worse than it meant to be. Dick Hauser,
I wouldn't have called any more attention to that than you needed to. But
I'll just burp my way through it. I have Dick Hauser.
Yeah.
Yeah, it arrived. I physically have it. It's sitting on my desk. It's waiting to send over to CGC to get graded and encapsulated.
Yeah, last weekend, this is about you, so bear with me.
Okay, here we go. Take your time.
Last weekend, our grandson turned 2, so we had a lot of family, and we had a lot of get-togethers. And I was telling we were talking about cards because my son-in-law's family, they are big Pokemon collectors. They end up like, we have all this stuff from when it first came out. Anyway, they still have some. But I was telling them about you because I was saying, look, Imran, it's great because it's really interesting. A lot of stuff comes in, and it's really valuable stuff. And to Imran, it's like, yes, sell it. That's great. Buy it. We make money. But there are certain things that to you are, oh, that's for my personal collection.
Right.
The way it's two different people almost, or the way you look at it is like, yeah, let's move that. But something like the Dick Hauser autograph card is like,
absolutely not.
Whoa. I need that for my collection.
It's the one... I think that if I just monetized everything and turned it into just a sellable asset, a big part of why I'm even doing this would be gone. You know, because then I lose it. I've been in real estate for many, many, many years. I still own a title company to this day. Mm-hmm. And I don't enjoy real estate. I don't enjoy, like when people get geeked out about a house, that just doesn't do it for me. I'm like, oh, okay. You like the way that it's facing the feng shui? Cool. Mm-hmm. Good. All right. I'm indifferent to it. I think although it built my career financially, I'm happy that we were able to do it, but it doesn't mean anything to me. Cards still do. And so when you can still find that joy of something within your collection that makes you happy, you got to hold on to it.
It's one of the central questions of being a collector. I got a message from a friend, Justin, on X this week, and he asked me, I think he's just really getting going on it. I'm not sure how long he's been collecting, but he asked me, is this a hobby or addiction? And I said, it's a hobbiction. But, that's a question, right? It's like, and even people in it ask, wait, am I in this to make money or do I want to collect stuff? And it's just interesting to follow your lead because you have a clear line there.
Very clear. I know exactly what I'm collecting and I know exactly what I'm commercing.
But you're as passionate, maybe more passionate about what you're collecting, even though that's much more select.
But I think anytime that somebody moves into the collecting side of things, it means something to them in their life that connects them to something of their memory that they absolutely love. Example, let's go to you. What exactly do you just love collecting? It's your thing. You're not worried about is it exact comps? Am I overpaying? Am I underpaying? I mean, you're finding what's valuable to you at whatever rate that you're willing to pay for something. What is something that you
Vintage
collect?
Baseball and basketball,
yeah.
60s, 70s.
Yeah. And why?
It's that...
Like there's a real answer for that.
Right. Yeah. Just that core memory. Some of the cards I see is like, oh yeah, That's the early
Was there a
base,
time in
1970.
Was that a time in your life that you just enjoyed baseball and you didn't think? Like,
I don't know. I just remember being fascinated by baseball cards. They were so cool.
Yeah.
As a kid, and we were in a baseball family. So I guess I grew up kind of revering them. Like, oh man, that's Willie Mays. Stuff like that. So I still, I always gravitate over to your vintage case in the store, and I still get that same feeling.
It's so interesting because there are players that we, to this day, I've never seen Willie Mays play. I was too young, right? He had already retired by the time I was born. I never saw Maris play. I never saw Mantle play. But we know those names because they're Hall of Famers and they're iconic, etc. So we collect it. And I love collecting vintage. It's a nice passion for me. However, there are other players that didn't make the Hall of Fame that guys like you would tell me about, like, oh my God, Zelmo Beatty was a great basketball player. I'm making up a name, but he is a real name.
Yeah, he's a really good player.
Yeah, really good player.
Yeah.
And so for every Zelmo Beatty, there's a Walt Frazier that is collected.
Yeah.
So for us...
Ask your friend Artis Gilmore about Zelmo Beatty.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So like for me, when we say to the kids today, I tell Donovan and AJ and those guys, hey, man, Don Mattingly was awesome. They'd be like, who? Mm-hmm. I got to tell you.
The guy that used to manage the Marlins?
Yeah, exactly. I'll tell you, Eric Davis was a 30-30 hitter.
Oh,
he was incredible.
Yeah.
Played for the Reds. Who? Like these guys, if they're not Hall of Famers, sometimes some of the greatest players that were of that era aren't acknowledged. I got to tell you, for a short time, Mike Hampton was an unbelievable... Johan Santana. Mm-hmm. Who? Yeah. So, like, it's sometimes you go to that era and you go, I remember when Frank Viola was kicking butt as a left-handed pitcher. Mm-hmm. And they just don't have the same gravitas today as they did back then. And it's fun to be able to collect those guys because you're like, I remember this time in my life where, man, you wanted a Viola. Mm-hmm. Man, you wanted a Fernando Valenzuela. These guys, I mean, Dave Stewart and Fernando Valenzuela pitched no-hitters on the same day.
Yeah.
2 different places, one in Toronto and the other one is in LA. And Valenzuela and Dave Stewart are good friends, or obviously rest in peace, Fernando. But Dave Stewart told me the story about how he called Fernando and they talked that day about, because they played together for the Dodgers at one time as teammates.
Wasn't that July 1st, 1990, Imran?
Look at you.
I think it was.
You're the Rain Man.
It was a Friday night.
It's a Friday night. The weather was cool. I was enjoying myself on my patio when I was. Yeah, I don't remember that exact day, but I remember I was a little boy when that happened. And those are the kind of memories that we kind of go back to when it comes to collecting and remember times that mattered in our life when things were simpler and we didn't have bills to worry about the way that we do now. So, yeah, I just enjoy the collecting portion of it because it just brings me back to where I remember where I was.
Sometimes it's hard when you have a card, and I've had cards. Everyone who sells cards at all probably does this at one time or another. You move something and it's like, I wish I hadn't sold that. But Shep, remember Shep saying once, if you feel that way, you just buy it back eventually. If you sell a card, and maybe
listen, if you really like it, you're gonna come back and buy it whenever you want.
Yeah, I mean
the card will always be available for you to buy.
It's not gonna disappear. Is the
correct?
thing.
Yeah, it's not like the one of one that will never be really.
Right.
Although if I get a Jordan rookie, it ain't leaving me. Goes right into the collection.
Yeah. We mentioned your travels. Where are you off to next?
I leave on Monday. I'm going to Glendale, Arizona for the Topps Industry Conference. It's kind of Fanatics Super Bowl yearly. Mm-hmm. Their Oscars, if you will, where they announce what's going. They kind of recap what the year had in the last 12 months. And then they also release information about what's to come. And I feel like the big release this next week is going to be the conversation about Topps Chrome football, obviously. And then all the subsequent releases to come. So it's a pretty exciting time. We'll get some information. They're pretty secretive. They're pretty top secret about releasing photographs of product because they do reserve the right to change their mind on certain things. But it's nice to hear what's coming down the pipeline, whether it's soccer, wrestling, UFC, basketball, baseball, football. The only thing they're not doing is hockey, obviously, because Upper Deck has that exclusive license. But it's a great time in Arizona. And I'm actually going to put a post out. There's about 600 or 700 of us that are going to be there. They represent breakers and hobby shop owners throughout the country. And I'm going to put a post out there saying, hey guys, this is who I am. This is what I'm looking to do when I'm networking. If you're down for that, great. And if you're not, stay away from me. Because some of these guys take it as if they're going to go party up their lifestyle and enjoy their time away from their friends, family, and their business. I look at it as strictly as a business opportunity to meet with smart guys and smart gals and get to know what I can do better for our community here locally.
By the way, I want to offer my sincere apologies to Dave Stewart and Fernando Valenzuela. It was actually June 29th, 1990.
Did they pitch home? Did they pitch no-hitters on the same day?
Yes, they did on that day. It was June 29th.
Man, I'm good at what I do.
Yeah. I was off by a couple of days.
Only one of us was wrong in that whole conversation. It was you.
That's true.
That's why we're called the True Sports Card Show. Or as Matt George would call it, the True Show of Cards.
The True Card Show
Sports.
The True Card Show Sports. Yes. So anyway, I was a couple days off there. But yes, that was baseball history, of course.
I mentioned it on a recording of our live show last week. That we would talk a little bit about the collection that I purchased.
Yes.
In Georgia. Speaking of travels, I just want to kind of give you a quick recap and we'll continue on with our conversation of our show. I believe that we made the largest purchase in Northern California history when it came to autographed memorabilia. I believe. I don't think that I know of anybody that bought a bigger collection than we did.
What percentage would you say is cards?
Maybe 5%.
How is it that you were able to procure these things? And I'm sure there were a lot of other interested parties, if I may ask that.
So I won't mention the person's name that sold me the stuff. I didn't get his permission to, but
You can say my name. It's fine.
I certainly didn't buy it from you. I got
I'd say
2
his name, but I'd
truckloads
get
of
it wrong.
Jared Stidham cards from
That's what we're talking
Anthony
about, right? We're
L.
talking about the Stidhams.
He does have 2 truckloads of Stidhams.
Yes, he does.
Stidhams. Anybody want Stidhams? Stidhams. He's like yard barking at a card show in the parking lot.
Yeah, just did him.
Hey, I know you're about to go into the show and spend some money, but any Jared Stidham interest? I got a bunch of them. Trench coat, opens it up. Stidham's PSA 7s.
They're going fast.
They're going fast, man. You can't keep them in stock. I went to the National last year, and this guy had all of these a beautiful booth, great stuff. Autograph helmets, autograph mini helmets, bats, jerseys, all autograph. My kind of candy. I'm an autograph savant. I just love everything autographs, and I love predicting what's going to go up in value. And that's something I want to talk about, the memorabilia value of things. So this guy had stacks and stacks and stacks of autographed photos of Hall of Famers. They weren't authenticated yet, but over the years, I've had enough experience to say, yep, that's a pretty real autograph. One of the most unique and very detailed autographs is the 49ers Hall of Famer, Jimmy Johnson, not the coach for the Cowboys, but Jimmy Johnson.
He's a cornerback, wasn't he?
Cornerback.
Might have been
yes.
number 37.
You might have been, but then again, you've been wrong before on this show. So he'll look it up just to confirm that he's right. So I go, that's a really detailed autograph. He has a stack full of them. This looks like the real deal to me. So I bought 1,000 autographed photos from this guy that day. And I said, hey, I'm going to go get them authenticated. Is there any chance that you have more of this stuff? And he goes, more of this stuff? I have too much of this stuff. Is it correct, number 37?
Of course. It's a retired number.
Okay. Of course it's right. I said it. I'm Whitey Gleason. And so I took it to go get authenticated, and all 1,000 photos got authenticated and passed by PSA DNA. No problems, no issues. And I go, okay, this guy's stuff is legit. So I got his number before I had left the National. I called him and I said, you said that you have a collection. You said that you have it for sale. He goes, I'm done. I want out. I said, okay. So I flew to Georgia, and then I drove, 2 hours in the direction of the hills of nowhere.
Yeah. So as far as you know, no one else was in on it.
No.
No one else was. Yeah.
But this guy was like, I'm older. I want to get out. So I go and look at the collection, and I said, how much do you want for it before I even start walking in? And he goes, I want X amount of dollars. It was a lot. And I go, you better wow me.
I know I was there with you at the bank when you made the withdrawal.
So This is before all of that.
It was more than $100.
It was between $100 and $17 billion, somewhere in between there. And so I said, okay, you better wow me. And I like to do that too when I'm negotiating, especially when somebody comes in, because I just want to even know where their brain is. So he threw a number at me as what he wanted before I even walked through his area where he had all the stuff.
His compound in Georgia.
His compound. And so I walked through. I was like, oh my God, what he offered it to me, I thought was a smoking deal. And I was like, okay, I got to come back and do this. So I went back and I talked to my business partner, and we kind of hemmed and hawed of whether or not we wanted to do this. And I came back to the guy and said, let's do it. Let's buy it. So about 4 weeks ago, my team, and we did this kind of secretly because I don't like people knowing that we're gone for a good period of time. But me, Donovan, AJ, and DJ, we all went out to Georgia. We flew there.
It's like the Mission Impossible.
It really
team
was.
With that group.
Yes, it was. It was the Avengers, if you will, the Card Avengers. And so we get there, and we load up two 26-foot trucks full of memorabilia and autographed items, and then we paid a team to drive it cross country, and it arrived about 2 weeks ago. We unloaded it. It's in our secret warehouse, and just to let you know what's in it, as an example, 37,000 8x10 signed photos. 37,000. Woo! A little over 700 full-size signed helmets, including Johnny Unitas, Jim Brown, etc. Over 20,000 signed cards by Hall of Famers, most of them deceased. 1,400
sports cards. You said cards.
Yes, yeah. Cards, sports cards. 1,400 signed mini helmets. Many of them double or triple signed by multiple players. For example, do you recall, still before your time, the $1 million backfield by it was Hugh McElhaney,
yeah,
Y.E. Tittle, John Henry Johnson, and I think it's Joe Perry, but I'm not positive. Anyways, it's a very famous
49ers.
Yes, all 49ers. So there's like 60 of those signed, of those four on a mini. Yeah, right. Those are really expensive helmets. All of them deceased. Very important.
So that would be an old helmet. Is it an old vintage helmet?
They have the throwback versions of that and the mini helmets.
Okay.
So I believe it's the largest, probably like 1,700 signed baseballs. So anyways, this came over. So for the last week, you can see the bags under my eyes. I normally have them, but they're even worse than normal because we've been working with the authentication company.
Won't it cost $1 billion to get all that authenticated? And
it's expensive, but it's important for us to be able to stand by what we sell.
Oh, I understand that. Yeah,
it's
I know.
important.
I recognize.
So it's like, okay, so we were working from, and I say we, me, DJ, and Ethan, mainly at the warehouse. That's why you guys haven't seen me at the shop, because I've been working at the warehouse 6 a.m. until 10 o'clock at night, getting the stuff ready for the authenticator to look at, evaluate, sticker. Yes, it's good. This one is maybe not able to pass. So like 97% of the stuff has passed so far that we've thrown in front of them. We've authenticated more than 5,000 items. We got a lot more to go, but now we're ready to start putting this stuff into the store, into the website, truesportscards.com, and allowing people to sell it. So I'm very proud of our team for being able to do this. And like I said, I think it has been the largest purchase in NorCal history when it comes to memorabilia. And I'm proud that we were able to do it.
When can we get a look and start buying some?
So a lot of it's starting to trickle out. We're starting to put it in the store. Recently, like today, we just put out a picture of Willie Mays, Barry Bonds, and Willie McCovey signed, framed, and authenticated. Big. That's a big photo. It's a 16 by 20. It's a very expensive because it's just impossible. And even though Mays and McCovey has since passed, rest in peace, and their autographs are out there, they're plentiful. There's a lot of them. The toughest one of the three is Barry Bonds because he's highly forged and he just doesn't do any signings. So when you have an authenticated version of a Barry Bonds anything, it's worth some money. So be able to have a trio like that It's pretty exciting to be able to offer that to our customers.
Wow, that's tremendous.
And we have multiple versions of that type of stuff that's already been authenticated. So very exciting. And I want to say this for those of you that are listening. One thing that I'll tell you, if you like collecting and you like putting your money into something that's not going to be volatile when it goes up or down in value like cards, memorabilia is a solid place to be as long as it has a reputable authentication. When you buy a Willie Mays signed baseball for $300, for example, because that's where it goes for around, and it's authenticated by a quality company, it's not going to have volatility. It's actually just going to go up a little bit more slowly each year because it's just not going to have the volatility of a transaction like a sports card. So if you and they're better to display and they're easier, and we have the most talented framer in the game and DJ, and so we can make anything happen when it comes to display.
I was wondering why you hired him.
There's many reasons why, but that's one of the big ones.
This guy doesn't do anything. I mean, I love the guy. He's a great guy. But it's like, why did he even do anything? Oh, the greatest framer.
Oh, the greatest framer in history of framing. Yes.
Right.
He's incredible. And our prices are so inexpensive in comparison to our competition. Right now, we'll take your jersey that you want framed. We do the photos. We'll add 2 photos to it. We'll frame it. We'll put it behind glass. We give it great wood border on it. It's just an incredible frame job that DJ does for $200 plus tax. I mean, you go to anywhere else, it's like $400 minimum, right? So yeah, it's really inexpensive.
Low.
I don't even want to call it cheap because we don't do anything cheap. Being inexpensive is pretty cool, and we love doing it. And we frame a good 15 to 20 jerseys a week on average.
Yeah, it's not easy because, again, I know you can't see this, but the Cardwell jersey to your left, Imran, you see that's not really professionally presented there in that case. It's a little askew there.
I didn't do that.
I know. I know.
I didn't do that. I also didn't ask for it to say shout out 1140. Hey, could you do me a favor? This is going to be for Beckett later. No problem, says whoever brought that to him. Who brought that to him?
That I think I did.
Okay, cool. So I asked
I did.
TikTok camera, I'm looking right at you. I asked Whitey Gleason for 2 personal ones for me and my family to have. And what did Whitey do?
That one he did on his own. He said, "Oh, 1140."
He doesn't know who you are.
He did. He said, "Oh, you're 1140," and then he wrote that on his own.
And you go, "No, this is for Imran's house."
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't do it. Yeah, you
didn't do that.
Why would I do that? I was just so starstruck.
I didn't want to be rude.
Better not to be rude than him than the guy that.
Right. I figure you'd understand. You're my friend. He and I were just getting to know each other.
We'll never get to friendship if I'm over there dictating what he signs.
There you go. You understand.
Guess how many Cardwell jerseys I have for myself? 0.
0. Okay.
I have.
I was gonna guess 1 or 2.
I'll tell you who does have one. Shout out 1140 has one.
Yeah, I got.
You know who also has one? Yeah. Greater than Matt George.
Let's talk.
Yeah.
Let's see what we can figure out.
That's what I want.
Now, what about the LA card show?
It was fun.
Yeah.
I hate card shows. I hate doing card shows myself.
That was at Inuit, right?
At the Intuit Dome.
Yeah.
In LA.
Yeah.
I drove there. I drove all the way there with my little case. I had 7 cards I put out.
Really?
That's all I had. They were high dollar value cards. And I sold one. One was a Dennis Rodman Platinum 1998 Ultra. They're numbered to 100. Sold that card for $800.
Nice.
Very, very in-demand card. But that's one example of the cards that I sold. But I left with a bunch to bring back for inventory to the store.
Right.
So, but it was a great experience. They did a really good job. I enjoyed it. As Steve Ballmer has said in interviews in the past, I want my place thumping and bumping, and I want, like, you got that vibe. They were pumping, hip hop music throughout the entire building. It had a lot of energy. It was fun.
Were you right in front of like the soda machine or something? The pictures like, is everyone selling Mountain Dew now along with cards?
You got to do what you got to do. You got to Mountain Dew what you got to Mountain Dew.
I guess so.
So I was in front of the soda machine, and people go, "Was it on? What do you think?" No, it wasn't on.
Oh, that's disappointing.
I'm just sitting there going, free soda with any Stidham purchase.
Well, I think someone had to point out that Imran has problems with soda. So we're gonna put him here, but you cannot.
Why
have
is it that
turned
the
on.
guy? Well, you don't even have cups. I know my mouth is just underneath the fountain. Nah, just drinking.
We can't have you going. What? There's even cards.
You want to buy cards?
What today? So I was just worried about you. That's all.
I could tell. Just like that one time that you asked me if I was okay. Well, you called me one. Oh, that's what it was. I went to PSA to drop off your very expensive.
Oh yeah.
I went to PSA. Quick story time. I went to PSA to drop off a very expensive or potentially expensive autographed booklet that Whitey
Which I
had
haven't
passed down
seen in like 3 years now.
Neither have I. So I drop off this very expensive booklet by driving down there, among other things that I was dropping off. But
And this was in the fog season.
yes,
The dense fog.
yeah, dense fog.
Yeah.
So Grapevine was tough to drive through, etc. So I drop it off, and PSA DNA takes it. And I'm starting heading back, and you called me. You go, hey, just want to make sure you're okay. And I was like, you don't care if I'm okay. You just want to know whether or not your card, your autographed item made it there. Well, I mean, yeah, but
I mean,
there was
driving through that Thule fog.
you didn't call me then. You called me to make sure that it was logged in, which it was. And then,
I'd forgotten why you went down there. I didn't even know.
Yeah, right. You're saying, hey, wifey, remind me to call him. I want to make sure the guy made it down there with my stuff. I don't care if he makes it back. I just want to know that it was dropped off.
Make up some reason to call him. The fog. So, yeah.
Hey, Sean in the YouTube chateau says a KHTK jersey signed by Keith Brooks and Tim Montemayor has got to be worth about $5,000 in value.
Sure. Yeah, in one of those weird Marvel multiverses somewhere else.
Not this verse.
I think.
Not this verse.
Nothing against them.
Yeah, nothing against them. But hey,
Nothing
you ain't
against
getting
them.
$5,000.
What's new at the store besides everything that now you're bringing out from your Atlanta
Yeah,
trip?
because we're closing up our show here in just a second, but we got to talk about our upcoming event schedule that we have.
Uh-huh.
So we have Barbie Blank, a.k.a. Kelly Kelly, the great WWE diva who is very popular in the 2000s. Very excited to have her. She's going to be signing autographs in our store on April 25th.
Ooh, okay.
So that's a morning session. Come and meet Kelly Kelly. The website, truesportscards.com, has those tickets available for sale. And then on March 23rd, we have our trade night. Very popular event that we have. This is where you buy, sell, and trade with other fellow collectors
When
here
is
in
this?
NorCal. I said March. May 23rd. May 23rd from 6 to 9. We'll have lots of cool stuff, including food. So we're going to feed you. And then save the date. June 27th. Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news, Anthony. Hit the button. Wake up!
I don't know if he's supposed to,
When it breaks,
We have it.
because it's not really breaking.
Town Sports breaking news.
Oh, wait, is it really not?
Well, I don't know. You tell me. What
I'm
is
about to break the news.
it? Okay.
Among other things.
All right.
June 27th in store, signing autographs. UFC Hall of Famer, WWE legend, Ken Shamrock will be signing
Ken
autographs.
Shamrock.
Does that name sound familiar?
Yes. I know
Give
Ken
me that.
Shamrock.
That is dope, please.
That is dope. Yeah.
That's right. Whitey Gleason's
Yeah.
recording.
Right.
It is dope. Do you remember Ken Shamrock?
I remember the name. I call him Shammy, but yeah.
Call him Kenny. Kenny the Sham.
Yeah.
Ken Shamrock, the UFC Hall of Famer, will be there signing autographs. We'll send more information to you shortly, but we're working up and continuing the contract and getting that all signed. But June 27th in store, Ken Shamrock, the UFC Hall of Famer, and also a WWF legend because he was a wrestler as well. So excited to have that.
Yeah. Baseball is back. What better way to celebrate the new baseball season than by going to Imran store and buying some baseball
I will
cards?
be there
How about
all
that?
day today.
How about that?
From after the show till close. So 12 to 6, come and see me, Ethan, and DJ, the greatest framer in the game.
Yes.
And then we're also going to be buying and selling all day long. So if you have any cards to sell me, today's a good day to come and see me. That's the first time I've been in the shop for a long time.
Mr. Jared Stidham collector
Anthony's
over there,
going.
his ears
Anthony's
perked
going.
up.
Let me get my Stidham cards going.
Yeah, I gotta drop out of the house real fast. I have some stuff I gotta get.
No, you got to go to the vault.
That's right.
You just don't keep them in your bedroom.
You might find an old Doug Christie numbered 101. I tell you, Emran's always cool. There's always kids inside. Why aren't they in school? They're at the card store. Talk about True Sports Card Store, yeah. Card store. Talk about True Sports Card Store, yeah. Shop and shop.